All right, traders. So the SPY closing at all-time highs today, or maybe slightly off it, but a new all-time high close. Very, very strong market. So great day in the chat room today. Show you a few examples. CIFS, I called that right there. Like 183, 184, went to almost 240 pretty quickly. And as you know, timing's everything in trading. I like to be green right away, and that's why I pick the entries that I do. They should work right away. When they don't, I usually don't hang out. Another example, CODA was on the list last night, looking for a break of 15. Got it right there. I actually got filled right at 15 or 14.99, something like that, and a pretty quick move to 15.60 something. And then TLRY, what a great call by Wayne. Right through a whole number inflection point. You've seen our free webinar. If you haven't, check it out on whole number inflection points. 46, the whole number 46. You notice in all these examples, there is a potential catalyst slightly above, right? So I like to get long, knowing there's another domino to fall just above. That gets us long here, and then we get the momentum of that other catalyst falling. Several other good calls in chat too today, but those are the three I took screenshots of. What are we watching for tomorrow? I never thought I'd put this stock on watch again, CTRV, because that is one ugly daily chart. You had these spikes here where it looked like it was going to rip, and then whenever you have this many people involved in a stock, there's a lot of volume here, and then you get a gap down below all of that volume, and then a few red days. I mean, the stock's just toast. And it still may be, by the way. I'm not extremely bullish on it, but in after hours, this got some volume trading at 573, I think, when after hours closed. What is this high? This high right here is 674. So, set to open somewhere in this area. It could be worth a shot. I'm not in love with it, but I did happen to notice it in after hours, so I want to watch it. AQB, that's another stock I called through 310 late in the day and ended up moving up to 321. Certainly a couple green days, pretty strong, and back here it topped out at 325. Today it topped out at 321. So it is kind of interesting over 325, except that make sure you realize it's come from 210 over the last couple days. So generally, you don't get a breakout after a big move like that up into an area that I consider a potential catalyst, but I would like to see this flag for a day or two. ABUS, very strong day today, big volume, closing off its highs, but certainly worth watching tomorrow for a red to green. ARCT, nice volume yesterday, and then today on less volume, kind of ripped through yesterday's highs before closing well off its highs, but also well off its lows, so we're going to keep our eyes on that one. EIGI, big pop 4 sessions ago, then it's kind of flagging here, curling up again today. Might have another leg in it tomorrow, we'll see. NBY, really big move back here. It came down, bounced off the 8-day, and it's put in 3 green days in a row, but today was kind of inside of yesterday's range, so that makes me kind of bullish on it. Not in love with it. I saw a seller the other day, I think it was yesterday, at 210-ish. And then today it also hit 210. So it is kind of interesting over 210. Anyway, we'll see. It goes on the chart. IGC gapped up. I'll zoom in a little bit here so you get a better picture. Gapped up on big volume, a week ago? Topping out at 149. And then today, right back up and hit 149 again. Certainly worth watching over that area. Big seller on the tape today at 150. PETZ. Kind of obscure, right? Look at this, 56,000 shares traded today. So I'm certainly not in love with this, but I believe it's a Chinese stock. It topped out the other day at $1, and it's kind of curling back up. The 200 days right there. So it is kind of interesting to me if it gets volume through $1, right, tomorrow. But it is absolutely what I would call obscure because it's not really in play. But the Chinese stocks, with all the trade talks going on, they might catch a bid one of these days. As a matter of fact, CIFS, I'll show you this real quick. Big move today, actually. Well, I just showed you that, actually. I just called this one long. I already showed you the screenshot. But called it long right there today. And I believe that's just running on some of the, I think groups of traders are out there looking for, hey, the low float or low price Chinese stocks might get going, right? So with that in mind, that brings PETZ back into radar. And it is getting a little bit of extra volume. If I zoom in and get that big candle out of there, you can kind of see how it's getting extra volume for this stock. And a nice move from here to here and kind of flagging. All right, I've said enough about this one because I don't have a lot of hopes that I'll be trading something tomorrow that traded 56,000 shares today, but you never know, right? MLNT, just a crazy move yesterday. The range yesterday was 377 to 727, and actually today, for a brief period, was higher than that. It went as high as 760, gave back a lot of the gains. But certainly, anytime there's a stock getting this kind of volume, and now we've got a pullback, as a trader, I've got to have that on a chart, right? CHWY, recent IPO, couple of big down days after a crazy range on opening day, 32.74 to 41.34. Nice bounce there, and now 2 days lower. I'm going to put that on bounce watch. Kind of the same thing with FVRR. Huge opening day, and now it's kind of working its way down. 3 days in a row down after this one bounce here. Love this one for a potential bounce tomorrow. We'll see. And then MGI also on bounce. Huge move here. Couple red days. Hopefully we'll find some gappers on top of all these plays, and there should be plenty to trade tomorrow. Teamwork today was fantastic. Had a huge day, and hopefully we'll do it again tomorrow. Have a good night. We'll see you in chat.